Bayside.com. WINS, WINS-HD, WNWHD3 New York.
A radio.com station.
Winds News Time 4:59. Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Well, partly cloudy skies tonight. It'll be mild. Our low will be 52 in Midtown. Tomorrow, a couple of showers in the early morning. Otherwise, a mix of sunny clouds in the afternoon. It'll be breezy with a high of 57. Tomorrow night, clearing and colder, low 34. For Monday, sunshine, breezy and chilly, high 47. And the outlook for Tuesday, sun followed by increasing clouds. We'll see a high of 52 on Tuesday. Right now, it's 67 degrees and fair in New York. The humidity's at 37%. We're going down to 52 in Midtown tonight. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than radio station in the nation. Brian Jones is our service aide, and I'm Jeff Allen.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds. You give us 22 minutes, give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 67 degrees, 5 o'clock on this Saturday, March 30th. I'm Sonia Rincon, and here's what's happening. Enjoy the sunshine and warmth. Unfortunately, the spring jumpstart also means a blast of pollen this weekend. Mick Jagger needs medical treatment. That's affecting a big upcoming Stones tour. The city school bus drivers are threatening to strike over the state budget. Earth Hour tonight means the city and many others will go dark. The 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast: mild tonight, cloudy, low 52. Showers tomorrow, high 57.
About Buechler Mets win. They outscored the Nationals 11-8. Yankees lose to the Orioles 5-3. Nets, Knicks, Devils, Islanders play tonight, and there are 2 games tonight in the Elite Eight.
Winds News Time 5:01. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Look at the drive in Manhattan. First up, Sonia, it's not too bad on the west side. On the east side, well, you're going to get caught up in a delay on the southbound lanes. So the Hungover Drive from 140 to 45th to the RFK Bridge. And also on the stretch from 23rd down to Houston, northbound delays from the Brooklyn Bridge to the Williamsburg Bridge, and a busy drive as well from around 42nd towards 63rd. And to Queens we go. It is jammed on the west leg of the eastbound BQE coming in towards Grand Central Parkway. Also the westbound Grand Central Parkway tied up at the BQE. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels over at the RFK Bridge. Also going to be slow traffic coming into Queens, and also the Queensbound side of the Whitestone Bridge. A lot of company for it. A little bit better over at the Throgsneck Bridge. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. Some pockets of slow traffic on the Southern State East and West between the Seabird Oyster Bay Expressway and Eagle Avenue. Also, you have got the Northern State slowing down westbound Willis Avenue to Lakeville Road, and on the westbound side of the LIE from Lakeville Road to Cross Island Parkway. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones. Breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Russ Meyer on 1010 Winds.
Winds News Time 5:02. This may be the best weather we've had all year. It's been a nice spring warm-up today. The only drawback is the inevitable pollen explosion that happens. Let's get the forecast details from 1010 Winds AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Bowers.
Yeah, with the temperatures into the 60s to near 70 here, that's kind of triggered it. We are going to cool things off a little bit here over the next couple of days, Sonia. We'll even see a couple of showers tomorrow morning and midday. So the pollen count here may slow down a little bit. But, of course, like you said, it's the season now. Pollen will probably be an issue here for weeks to come. But we are looking at some chillier weather and then start to warm up again by midweek. Sonia?
All right, thanks, Dave. And as for handling the pollen, 1010 Winds medical expert Dr. Brian McDonough says anti-allergy medications can help, but watch out for some annoying side effects.
Check with your doctor and say, or even a pharmacist who can also help and say, what's the best medication that I can take that doesn't make me drowsy? But there's another big warning I have, and this one is some medications can also elevate your blood pressure, so you want to make sure you don't get medicine that elevate blood pressure, especially if you're on blood pressure medication. And sometimes people get in trouble with that.
Georgia and the Carolinas got a real pollen blast in the last week, and it prompted lots of social media pictures of caked-on yellow dust. Winds News Time 5:03. The Trump administration says it is cutting aid to 3 Central American countries. The State Department says in a statement it's suspending payments to El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. No immediate explanation was given. Mr. Trump has made slowing immigration from those countries through Mexico a major issue. The announcement came as president threatened to shut down the U.S. border with Mexico over immigration. Mick Jagger is dealing with some health issues, and that is delaying the Stones tour this year. Details about Mick Jagger's condition were not disclosed, but the band says doctors told the 75-year-old he cannot go on tour at this time, but is expected to make a complete recovery. The third leg of the Rolling Stones No Filter tour was supposed to start April 20th in Miami. Jagger tweeted he's devastated about the postponement and hates letting bands down, but is looking forward to getting back on stage as soon as possible. Tour promoters say tickets will be valid for rescheduled dates. I'm Julie Walker. Winds News Time 5:04. A police chase on the Long Island Expressway last night ended with a crash and an arrest. The Nassau County PD says one of its highway officers tried to pull over a man who was driving in the shoulder heading east near exit 37 in Plainview, but the driver didn't stop. Instead, cops say he deliberately hit another police cruiser twice that came for backup, eventually hitting a barrier and overturning on the highway. The driver, identified as 39-year-old Min Chow Lin of Ontario, Canada, and a male passenger were taken to a hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. The officer is okay. Lin is facing multiple counts of assault as well as reckless endangerment and unlawful fleeing, among other charges. Winds News Time 5:05. A street safety rally in Queens today asked a local car dealership to keep its business from spilling into a park. The Mazda dealership's new service entrance will technically be within the new boundaries of Traverse Park. Donovan Finn with Jackson Heights Green Alliance tells 1010 Winds the neighborhood has the least amount of green space per capita in the city, so every little bit of space the park can have is important to the community. He says the dealership can and should redirect its traffic flow.
There are going to be cars coming off of Northern Boulevard, which is essentially a highway, right into a park with just a few planters protecting the kids playing in the adjacent park area. It seems unnecessary. It seems completely at odds with every approach to safety you can imagine, and we just think it's a terrible idea.
This is just 2 blocks from where a boy was hit by a car this week. 1010 Winds has reached out to Copel Mazda for comment. It's 67 degrees, going down to 52 tonight. Some showers to start the day tomorrow, then a high of 57 with a mix of clouds and sun and a breeze. Again, right now, 65, going down to 52 in Midtown.
Lease Lincoln Direct and Drive Lincoln Luxury for much, much less at Premier Lincoln in Brooklyn. New 2019 Lincoln Navigators, all new 2019 Lincoln Nautilus in stock, ready for spring. You can even order your all-new 2020 Lincoln Aviator all-wheel drive today. How about a super low springtime lease payment on your luxurious new Lincoln MKC all-wheel drive? Just $293 a month. 36 short months, 50/16 due at inception, 0 security deposit, plus tax, tags, and fees. Plus, you're going to love our service department where you always get priority treatment. Lease Lincoln Direct and Drive Luxury for much, much less. Smack dab in the middle of Brooklyn on Kings Highway at Utica Avenue. Is Premier Lincoln the best? Boy, I guess. All offers with Tier 1 credit approval. See dealer for complete details. Expires 3/31/19.
Winds News Time 5:07. At City Hall today, school bus drivers gathered with a call for help and a threat to strike.
The bus drivers are calling for EPP. That's short for Employee Protection Plan. Driver Marie Pericles says it's wonderful because if a bus company should go out of business, the company that replaces it must honor the old company's contract.
Protection from wages, benefits the job, we can work in the company, they shut up tonight. The next morning, we start in another company, location.
Some 2,000 bus drivers, mechanics, and attendants could take to strike vote as early as Tuesday. Their contract runs out at the end of May. A spokesman says they transport 15,000 special needs children throughout the city every day. Carol Diori and 1010 Winds at City Hall Park.
Winds News Time 5:08.
What are you working for? It's about more than what you do. It's about achieving something greater for yourself and for others. So ADP is enabling people to work better and embrace new challenges, to work anywhere and everywhere, and helping everyone reach their full potential. At ADP, we're designing a better way to work, so you can achieve what you're working for. HR, talent, time, benefits, and payroll. Informed for data and designed for people. Learn more at at design.adp.com.
And now, the worst commercial ever.
As a real-life caterer, my recipe for success is a heaping helping of commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive. They help whip up a customized insurance solution that keeps my business cooking.
That barrage of backward play was most unpleasant. Whereas commercial auto and business insurance through Progressive is anything but. Visit progressivecommercial.com to quote today. Insurance provided and serviced by Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, its affiliated and third-party insurers.
Now this message, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Winds News Time, 5:09. A massive protest today at the Gaza border. There has been violence. Two Palestinian teenagers are now reported dead after several thousand Palestinians gathered along the fence for a rally marking 1 year of weekly demonstrations aimed at breaking the Israeli-Egyptian blockade. Israeli troops say they had to use tear gas and open fire at small crowds of activists. Sky News reporter Deborah Haynes is there.
We've seen a few rounds of tear gas being fired from this side into Gaza, and the Israelis have said that they don't want the protesters to get within 300 meters of the border fence.
Palestinian officials say in addition to the two teens killed, 13 protesters were wounded. Winds News Time, 5:10. Traffic and AccuWeather in 1 minute on 10:10 Winds.
Did you know that the #1 advance in prostate cancer treatment in over a decade is a powerful, extremely accurate radiation therapy called CyberKnife? And at NYU Winthrop Hospital is the #1 CyberKnife center for prostate cancer treatment in the entire country. CyberKnife is as effective as surgery for prostate cancer, but with no pain, no incontinence, and less risk of impotence. What's more, CyberKnife treatment is incredibly convenient. Just 5 brief appointments in 1 week. You should also know that NYU Winthrop has CyberKnife centers in Minneola, Long Island, and in Manhattan on Amsterdam Avenue between 66th and 67th Streets. NYU Winthrop has treated more prostate cancer patients with CyberKnife than anyone. So for the best CyberKnife treatment for prostate cancer, go to NYU Winthrop, the #1 CyberKnife center in the country. To learn more, call 1-866-WINTHROP or visit nyuwinthrop.org/NYCyberKnife. NYU Winthrop Hospital. Your health means everything.
Winds News Time, 5:11. From the Mavis Discount Tire Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Well, the drive through the Bronx is a tough one in the Cross Bronx in particular. That is tied up from White Plains Road all the way to the Deegan with very slow traffic. Eastbound's going to get here from the Deegan to 3rd Avenue. Deegan coming southbound. Delays from 230th to Fordham Road. It continues busy to the Cross Bronx. Northbound really tough from 138th up towards the Yankee Stadium and continues to get here right up to the Cross Bronx once again. It's busy traffic as well on the southbound side of the Bruckner. It's a very slow traffic from the Bruckner interchange to the Huntsbourne Drawbridge. Northbound still off the Arcade Bridge, of course, the Huntsbourne Drawbridge. Here is what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels at the Lower East River. The outbound Brooklyn Bridge tied up across the span. Has a bit of a tough go getting to the Manhattan-bound Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Coming from the Gowanus, that is backed up to the Prospect with slow traffic. Also, the Goethals Bridge going into Staten Island. Delays coming off the bridge onto the Staten Island Expressway. And we got this report sponsored by MajorWorld.com. When buying a car before you sign on the dotted line, which may include huge add-on fees. Stop. At Major World, you only pay a $75 dealer fee. The price you negotiate is the price you pay, plus tax, tags, and DMV. Major World, no games, no gimmicks. MajorWorld.com, open 7 days a week. 1-800-MAJOR-AUTO. I'm Rose Meyer. Our next report, 5:21 on 10:10 Winds.
Winds News Time, 5:12. Now the 10:10 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. And here's meteorologist Dave Bowers.
Well, it has certainly been a beautiful day. Must on a nice evening as well. Just some clouds showing up here tonight, but it'll be dry, mild, only dropping to 52 in Midtown, upper 40s in many of the suburbs. A little cooler day tomorrow. We'll actually stay in the 50s as a front does move through. A lot of clouds, breezy, a couple of showers, and that's mainly going to be during the morning and midday hours. Skies clear tomorrow night, and we head down into low 30s and upper 20s, and then a much chillier day on Monday with lots of sunshine, high 47. Sun will be giving way to clouds Tuesday, a high 52, as a nor'easter actually tracks offshore. Right now, it appears the clouds are all we would see out of that, and then clearing again on Wednesday and milder. That's 65 in Central Park. Partly sunny, going down to 52 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers on New York's weather station 10 Winds.
Winds news time 5:14.
It's the final days for Flemington Furs, your fur destination for over 98 years. Soon we will be closing our doors and saying goodbye. Every fur must go and nothing will be held back. This is your last chance to find your forever fur at once-in-a-lifetime savings. Stop in today. Only a few days left to save big before we close our doors on March 31st. Flemington Furs in New Jersey at Town Point Center in Manalapan and at 8 Spring Street in Flemington. Final sale, no returns or exchanges, savings off original prices. Furs labeled to show country of origin of imported fur.
For Kathleen, weight loss surgery was a matter of loss and gain.
I lost diabetes and sleep apnea, and gained my energy. I lost sitting loud and gained active fun with my kids. I lost 120 pounds and I gained everything. For you go for weight loss surgery matters.
Atlantic Health System offers weight loss specialists at Chilton, Hackettstown, Morristown, Newton, and Overlook Medical Centers. Visit atlantichealth.org/loseweight.
Winds news time 5:15 now from the WFAN Sports Desk. Here's Bob Usler.
Well, Sonia, the Yankees did not have much trouble taking care of the lowly Baltimore Orioles in opening day, but today in Game 2, the Orioles took their first lead of the series by scoring a couple of runs in the 6th. They had a 5-1 lead in the 9th. Then Troy Tulowitzki his first home run as a Yankee, and then Luke Voigt made it a 5-3 game with a bloop RBI single. So Miguel and Duhar came up bottom 9, 2 outs, representing the winning run at the plate.
They 1-2. Right deals. Struck him out swinging. Ball game over. Baltimore.
And so the Orioles even the series with the 5-3 victory at the stadium. John Sterling had the final call of the fan. James Paxton in his Yankees debut allowed a couple of runs, one earned. Over 5 2/3 takes the loss. DJ LeMahieu in his Yankees debut had a couple of hits in his first Yankees RBI. But the series is tied at 1. They have the rubber game of the series tomorrow. The Mets are off to a 2-0 start. They outscored the Nationals 11-8. Nationals scored 4 unearned runs on Seth Lugo in the 9th to make it interesting. That did allow Edwin Diaz to record his second save with as many chances. Noah Syndergaard allowed 4 runs over 6 and no decision for him. 4 hits for Jeff McNeil. 3 hits to Pete Alonso, including a pair of 1 scoring doubles. First 2 RBIs of Alonso's major league career. Zach Wheeler plans to pitch the Mets to the sweep tomorrow. NCAA down to 3-8. 2 regional finals tonight. Gonzaga versus Texas Tech, and then Virginia takes on Purdue. Islanders can celebrate tonight at the Coliseum. Penn State beat the Sabres. They are in the playoffs. At the Garden today, 46th annual charity hockey game between New York's finest, New York's bravest, NYPD, FDNY play for the 7th place Nets are home tonight to play the Celtics. Todd Woods beat Rory McIlroy. Now he's trying to advance to the championship round of the WGC Match Play Tournament. He is leading Lucas Berryguard in this quarterfinal match. Major League Soccer, Chicago beat the Red Bulls 1-0. Scores of 15-45. Round the clock, Bob Usler, 10-10 with sports.
Winds news time 5:17. The clinical affiliation between ENT and allergy and Mount Sinai is a true bridge connecting community and academic medicine.
Dr. Francisca Yao, otolaryngologist, ENT and Allergy Associates. It enables patients to go from their local specialist to a world-class surgeon quickly and easily. Dr. Satish Govindaraj, otolaryngologist, Mount Sinai Hospital.
So when you visit an ENT and allergy office,
And your doctor determines you need further treatment at Mount Sinai,
we transfer your medical records to them instantly.
and we schedule your appointment within 24 to 48 hours.
There are no calls for you to make, no emails to send.
You have enough on your mind already.
There's simply no faster, smoother, or better way to get the head and neck care you deserve.
We've helped more than 10,000 patients since 2007.
And we can help you, too.
For your same-day appointment at ENT and Allergy, call 1-855-ENTA-DOC or book online anytime.
Make sure you have the full team.
On your side.
This is Sports sponsored by ENT and Allergy Associates in affiliation with Mount Sinai. It's 65 degrees, point up to 52 with clouds tonight.
Work for New York City? Have lunch on 1010 Winds on April 1st. Look for the golf bomb on the corner of Queens Plaza South and 28th Street, Long Island City between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. while supplies last. And don't forget to speak to your benefits manager in April about Metro Plus Gold Health Plan.
Winds Winds News Time 5:18. Cities around the world tonight are taking a moment to go dark, to make you think about the environment, climate change. Correspondent Brian Clark has details.
This year's Earth Hour, when cities turn off their lights at 8:30 p.m. local time, is specifically focused on conserving nature and biodiversity while maintaining the original goal of bringing awareness to climate change. That's a topic that's become more urgent, according to Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi.
Climate crisis is an existential threat of our generation, of our time.
The Eiffel Tower, Empire State Building, the Colosseum in Rome, and the Sydney Opera House are some of the landmarks in 180 countries expected to turn off their lights for the 13th Earth Hour.
Winds News Time 5:19.
The party is tomorrow. The furniture looks marvelous. The walls smooth as silk. But what about those aging baseboard covers? Thankfully, Revitaline baseboard replacement covers by Slanfin can give you a sleek and modern look in just minutes. Revitaline is an aluminum baseboard replacement cover designed for baseboards up to 8.5 inches in height and 3 inches in depth. Easy to install. Just pop off the old board covers and flip Revitaline directly over the back panel, and you'll have a sleek, modern, new look, quick and easy. Revitaline covers are lab tested for maximum heat output and are powder coated for a durable enamel-like finish. Available in bright white and 10 other decorative colors, Revitaline provides better durability and up to 40% higher heat output than the leading replacement covers. Revitaline from Slanfin, America's leading baseboard and boiler manufacturer. Visit slanfin.com and order now, or find a distributor today. Revitaline, an innovation in renovation. Visit slanfin.com.
Don't leave us in the car. Take 1010 Winds with you wherever you go. Stream us on your mobile devices with the radio.com app.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Winds. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 65 degrees at 5:20 on this Saturday, March 30th. I'm Sonia Rincon, and here's what's happening. A nice weather warm-up, and it came with a pollen explosion today. Tolls are going up tomorrow at the MTA bridges and tunnels. Diego O'Rourke launches his presidential campaign with 3 rallies across Texas, and medical treatment for Mick Jagger is affecting the upcoming Rolling Stones tour. The 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast: mild tonight, cloudy, low 52, showers tomorrow, high 57.
On Bob Buechler, the Mets are 2-0 to begin the season. They beat the Nationals 11-8. Orioles beat the 1-1 Yankees 5-3. Mets, Knicks, Devils, Islanders play tonight. 2 games tonight in the Elite Eight.
Winds News Time 5:21. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Well, check out New Jersey's roads, and we got some slowdowns on the Parkway to watch out for. Northbound side of the Garden State Parkway has a bit of a snag over by the Driscoll Bridge, a little north of the bridge. You've got a stalled vehicle, and then southbound over by exit 130, there's an accident, and it has been moved to the shoulder, but still some onlookers out there. Slowing things down now. Farther north, from 143 to 145, got about a 2-mile stretch of slow traffic coming out of Route 280. And over on the New Jersey Turnpike's Newark Bay extension eastbound side, that is jammed from 14A in Bayonne to 14B in Jersey City. Weekend work is taking out a lane. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. GWB into town 35 minutes. For the upper and lower levels, outbound's about 25. Lincoln Tunnel, half hour in, 15 outbound. And the Holland Tunnel, that's 15 to 20. Citybound, about 15 minutes going into New Jersey. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3, a stretch of slower traffic on the southern state west from Bethpage Parkway to Needle Avenue. Both the LIE and the northern state's going to slow down a bit. Shelter Rock Road to Cross Island Parkway. And this report sponsored by Arch Care. I'm Russ Meyer. Next report 5:31 on 1010 Winds.
Winds News Time 5:22.
They've cared for you all your life. Now it's your turn to care for them. Look to Arch Care, a health system dedicated to helping you care for those you love. Call 855-951-CARE or visit archcare.org. That's archcare.org.
Winds News Time 5:23. It is finally feeling like spring today. Maybe even a little like summer. The sudden warmth does come with a catch for allergy sufferers, and that would be a big blast of spring pollen. Comes with the first warm up and sunshine. Get the latest from 1010 Winds AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Bowers.
Well, the spring weather here has brought out the pollen, and that will be an issue here for the rest of the weekend, although it is going to cool down here a little bit. It will be in the 50s tomorrow rather than upper 60s to near 70. Even a couple of showers could wash a little of the pollen away. And then sunshine and chillier weather on Monday.
As For advice dealing with pollen allergies, here's 1010 Winds medical expert Dr. Brian
The
McDonough.
biggest thing to do is avoid it. I mean, you want to do what you can. For instance, you could stay indoors with air conditioning or drive with the air conditioning on and the windows up, that sort of thing. Just common sense approaches.
Winds news time 5:24. Tomorrow, the tolls go up for the MTA bridges and tunnels.
That's right. The MTA tolls take a hike again. And John Pappas has had enough.
This is why we're leaving New York and taking our pensions with us. We cannot afford to live here anymore.
I spoke to him at the Midtown Tunnel. He called it old-fashioned taxation without representation. He said there's no fiscal accountability, and Darrell agrees.
It's ridiculous. I don't understand why they're going up.
So the Midtown Tunnel with Easy Pass is $6.12. Without it, it goes to $9.50. The Verrazano with Easy Pass is now $12.24. Without Easy Pass, the Verrazano jumps to $19. Carol, to your 1010 Winds at the Midtown Tunnel.
Riders are part of this too. They're saying goodbye to MetroCard bonuses on April 21st and paying 5% more for 30-day passes. Those are going up to $127. It's getting down to the wire for figuring out Brexit. Yesterday, British politicians rejected the plan to leave the European Union negotiated by Prime Minister Theresa May for a third time, but it's not going away. There's word it will be among the options considered once again on Monday, as we hear from correspondent Julia McFarland.
More Brexit options will also be up for debate on Monday, but unless any of them pass, it's unclear whether Brexit will go ahead or if a general election becomes inevitable.
Yesterday was supposed to be the deadline, but the EU granted an extension. Winds news time 5:25. You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you worked...
cheered on by about 1,000 supporters. He called for better access to capital and home loans for minorities. And he also said differences make the city stronger.
We have learned not to fear our differences, but to respect and embrace them. We see the languages spoken in this community, the traditions, the cultures, as a strength for El Paso.
He's in Houston now and will wrap up his day in the state capital of Austin. Jen O'Malley Dillon, the former deputy campaign manager for President Obama's re-election campaign, has joined the Beto team. And a Quinnipiac survey released Thursday showed him in third place behind former VP Joe Biden and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. Wednesday news time, 5:31. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
And here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. Jeff will talk about the southern state with pockets of slow traffic beginning around Wonton Parkway extending to Eagle Avenue, and also eastbound is a busy drive from Peninsula Boulevard to Meadowbrook Parkway. Both the northern state and the LIE have some slow spots between Glen Cove Road and Cross Island Parkway. Now we'll head over to Queens and Cross Island. That's going to be tied up right off the Bronx Neck Bridge down to the LIE. The Clearview is faring better down towards the LIE. However, you do have slowdowns coming into the Grand Central with word of an accident. Now, if you are bound for the BQE, got to slow down heading first up inbound to Gowanus into the eastbound BQE, 39th Street to Atlantic Avenue. Again, Metropolitan Avenue to the Kosciuszko Bridge, westbound tied up from Queens Boulevard to the Williamsburg Bridge, and again Flushing Avenue to Tillery Street. Stand up on the FDR both ways between the Brooklyn Bridge and the Williamsburg Bridge. Another slow stretch north from 34th to 63rd, southbound jam from pretty much now the RFK Bridge down towards, excuse me, 135th down towards the RFK Bridge. Northbound delays heading up towards the George Washington Bridge. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes, and the ones breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Russ Meyer on 10 Winds.
Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast, sponsored by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Here's meteorologist Dave Bowers.
Well, nice evening. Just partly cloudy sky through the night. Dry, mild conditions. We only got to the low 50s and upper 40s by daybreak. For tomorrow, we're going to have a cold front. We'll generate a few showers during the morning into the afternoon and then drying out. Clouds breaks the sun, breezy. High about 57 degrees. The colder air comes pouring in tomorrow night. The sky's clear. We'll be down to low 30s, upper 20s at daybreak on Monday. And on Monday, lots of sunshine, but chilly. High 47 degrees. We get back into the low 50s Tuesday. See sunshine give way to clouds. May get brushed by a nor'easter later Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. At this point, it looks like just clouds with the precipitation actually staying offshore. And then clearing later Wednesday, milder. 65 degrees and partly sunny at Central Park, going down to 52 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers on New York's weather station.
It's 60 degrees in Maspeth. It's 70 in Patterson. 68 at the Acme in Brewster. Download the Acme app for rewards on groceries and gas just for you at Acme. Security forces jump into action when Pope Francis arrives in Morocco. That story in 1 minute. Winds news time, 5:34.
At Bethpage Federal Credit Union, we care about what you care about.
Like earning more on your savings.
With great rates and easy access to your money.
That's why our money market account now pays 2% APY.
And you can start with as little as
$5 minimum share account required. Federally insured by NCUA.
For 6 fabulous years, one Broadway musical has had audiences feeling joy. And on April 7th, that show is packing up its boots. Kinky Boots is the uplifting tale of friendship and acceptance that's inspired millions. Don't miss this Tony and Grammy-winning Best Musical on Broadway at the Hirschfeld Theater through April 7th only. Get tickets at KinkyBootsTheMusical.com. And remember, you change the world when you change your mind.
Winds news time, 5:35. Pope Francis is in Morocco for a 2-day visit, but things got a little scary when he stepped off his plane this morning. Security professionals had to grab a guy when he tried to get a little too close to the Holy Father and to the King.
The agents tackled the man as he tried to break through security and run towards Morocco's King Mohammed VI as he and Francis greeted in crowds. The man didn't reach the king, who observers say didn't seem to notice the disturbance. The man appeared to be waving an envelope as he tried to snake his way between the motorcade vehicles before being tackled. His fate remains unknown. The Pope is in Morocco for a quick visit to boost Christian-Muslim ties and show solidarity with the country's growing migrant community. I'm Charles Silvestro.
Migrants continue to pour over the southern U.S. border, and this month's crossings are at an all-time high. Earlier this week, Border Protection officials said the breaking point has arrived. Correspondent Stephanie Ramos reports President Trump has also reached his breaking point.
President Trump is now ready to turn his repeated threat into action.
Mexico's tough. They can stop them, but they chose not to. Now they're going to stop them. And if they don't stop them, we're closing the border. They'll close it, and we'll keep it closed for a long time. I'm not playing games.
And he's got backup. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen supports the plan and is prepared to close ports.
I think what the president is making clear is with these numbers, if we have to close ports to take care of all of the numbers who are coming, we will do that.
Mexico fired right back. The foreign minister tweeting, Mexico does not act on the basis of threat.
Earlier today, Mr. Trump said he will cut USA to 3 Central American countries, including El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Large crowds are expected in Washington, D.C. this weekend for the annual Cherry Blossom Festival. Correspondent Michelle Franzen is there.
It's the highlight of spring in the nation's capital. Visitors like Joe McGinley from Oregon getting a glimpse of cherry trees in full bloom.
We actually dumb-lucked our way into the Cherry Blossom Festival. We came out here for spring break, and the planets aligned, I guess you could say, and it's beautiful. It's amazing.
The trees that line the tidal basin were gifted to Washington back in 1912 from Japan. The National Park Service defines the peak bloom date, the day when 70% of the blossoms are open.
When's news time? 5:37.
Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Increase your visibility to great candidates with a free sponsored job upgrade on your first job posting at Indeed.com/promo. The sponsored job upgrade is $50 sponsored job upgrade. Users are charged once declared to spend or expires. Terms and conditions and quality standards apply. Get little Caesars large homemade bacon wrap pizza dish, pepperoni bacon pizza wrapped in over 3.5 feet of bacon for just $12. But just in Kitchen Plus Stars.
Wins news time 5:38. Now 10:10 wins entertainment. Nicholas Cage says he was extremely drunk when he married a woman he had just met in Las Vegas last Saturday night. Cage and Erica Quickly are trying to get their marriage annulled. The 55-year-old actor has also been married to Wonder Shepard, Lisa Marie Presley, and Alice Kim. Some of the cool threads won by Marvin Gaye are on display at the Motown Museum this weekend.
The new display showing off items like a knit cap and a military-style jacket of pants coincides with Motown's 60th anniversary celebration, Marvin Gaye's birthday on Tuesday, and the release of a new U.S. postage stamp to honor the Prince of Soul. The modest Detroit house that is now the Motown Museum is where Berry Gordy launched his legendary label, playing host to groundbreaking groups and artists like Stevie Wonder, The Supremes, Smokey Robinson, and many others, before moving to California in the 70s. Lieutenant Johnson.
Wins news time 5:39.
At 2 Premier Fords in Brooklyn, you always lease for much, much less. That sounds so nice, I think I'll say it twice. At Premier Ford's 2 Brooklyn locations, you'll always lease Ford direct for much, much less. Like this super springtime lease on your all-new 2019 Ford Explorer 4x4, just $199 a month. That's right, $199 a month, 36 short months, $78.39 due at inception, 0 security deposit, plus tax, tags, and fees. And no matter which Premier Ford you choose, you always get priority treatment and our state-of-the-art service centers. Take your premier pick. Kings Highway at Utica Avenue and 86th Street, just off exit 19 on the BQE. Double the selection, double the savings at Premier Ford today. Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. All officers here on Public Approval. See dealer for complete details. Expires 3/31/19.
1010 Wins is now on your Google home speaker. Just say, hey Google, play 1010 Wins.
All news, all the time.
10-10 winds AccuWeather forecast calling for partly cloudy. Mild conditions tonight. We'll have a low of 52 in Midtown.
Houston 14 hits for the Mets. They beat the Nationals 11-8. The Yankees lose to the Orioles. 2 games tonight in the Elite Eight. Knicks and Nets play tonight. Islanders can clinch a playoff berth with a win.
Winds news time 5:41. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Checking on the drive on the west side of Manhattan, looking at the latest southbound, so bunched up around 79th Street down towards around 45th Street. Got a report of an accident northbound is tied up as well from 96th Street all the way up to the George Washington Bridge. On the east side, your approach to the bridge, not much better. It's absolutely jammed now for 135th up to the GWB. Southbound, also at a dead stop from 135th down to the RFK Bridge. And then beyond that, you will hit another slowdown approaching the Brooklyn Bridge. Northbound slows you down as well. Coming to the Williamsburg Bridge and once more from 34th on up towards 63rd Street. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels over at that GWB going to New Jersey is going to be about 35 minutes if you're coming from the east side or the west side of Manhattan. Otherwise, about 25 minutes. Inbound is up to 40 minutes for the upper and lower levels. Lincoln Tunnel, half hour in, 15 out. At the Holland Tunnel, it's about 15 to 20 in both directions. Also on the New Jersey thoroughfares, it is jammed on the eastbound Newark Bay extension to the Turnpike from 14A to 14B with weekend construction. I'm Russ Meyer on Export 551 on 10-10 Winds.
Winds news time 5:42. Spring is here, but some say it was more like summer outside today. AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Bauer says he hopes you got a chance to get out and enjoy it because things will change tomorrow.
Well, the start of allergy season with a pollen count up here thanks to the temperatures near 70 this afternoon. We are looking at cooler weather for the rest of the weekend. Chillier weather on Monday. A nor'easter is actually expected for Tuesday night into Wednesday, but probably tracking far enough offshore that we'll just keep a close eye on it, but just have a period of clouds for a time.
As Dave mentioned, the nice weather wakes up the plants, and that means lots of pollen floating around. 10-10 Winds medical expert Dr. Brian McDonough has some advice for those with hay fever.
When you're out and about, when you get in, just make sure you wash clothes and don't have any pollen on your clothes you're bringing in the house. And the other thing is if you're going to exercise earlier in the day or later in the day when the pollen isn't as rough.
About a third of the country will see medium or high levels of pollen this weekend. A Canadian man appears in a Long Island courtroom. He had to face a long list of charges this morning connected to his drive around Long Island Friday. 39-year-old Min-Po Lin was spotted driving down the shoulder of the Long Island Expressway and refused to stop when signaled by an officer. The chase continued onto the Northern State Parkway and finally came to an end when he rammed his car into a police vehicle and flipped over near eminent Lakeview. Both the driver and his passenger were taken to the hospital to be treated for minor injuries. Crash closed the eastbound lanes for about 5 hours as police investigated. Winds news time 5:44. Sports in 1 minute on 10-10 Winds.
All right, everyone, let's get this party started. Yeah! McDonald's filet of fish sandwiches for everyone. Give them back the business. Give me the fish. Give them back.
Hey, what kind of music is this? Wait, is that a fish? At the DJ booth?
Well, it is the filet of fish party.
Right now, come to McDonald's and try 2 flaky filet of fish sandwiches made with Alaskan pollen for just $5. Price of participation may vary, single item at regular price. Now, a commercial message.
Nurses and caregivers are speaking out. The ER is overcrowded. 4 nurses doing the work of 8 because hospitals refuse to put enough nurses on the job.
Management knows we're short-staffed. Patients on gurneys spilling into hallways, exposed to infection. These are the words echoed by thousands of New York nurses. Every hospital and nursing home needs safe staffing so you get the care you need and deserve. Paid for by the New York State Nurses Association.
The cloudy skies tonight will be mild with a low of 52 in Midtown. Winds news time 5:45. Now 10-10 Wind Sports, sponsored by Charles B. Rogers. On the WFAN Sports Desk, here's Bob Houston.
Jeff James Paxton threw a good game in his Yankees debut. Just wasn't good enough for the win. Orioles beat the Yankees 5-3 to even the series at the game. Paxton allowed 2 runs, 1 earned over 5 2/3. He got tagged with the loss, but Aaron Judge is not laying this one on him.
Pax threw a hell of a game. He went out there and dominated, and, we just weren't able to, come up with a big situation and get in those runs that he needed.
Yeah, the Yankees to pitch the Yankees to a series win tomorrow. Zach Wheeler tomorrow tries to pitch the Mets to a sweep of the Nationals to improve to 2-0. 14 hits for the Mets. Jeff McNeil had 4 of them. Mets rookie first baseman Pete Alonso had 3 hits, including a pair of one-scoring doubles. First 2 RBIs of his major league career.
He hit those balls really hard. He got himself into some good counts. Was patient enough early in the count to set up a scenario where he could put a good swing on it, and he didn't miss it.
That's Mickey Callaway, the audio courtesy of SNY. Noah Syndergaard allowed 4 runs over 6, gets a no decision. Justin Wilson in his Mets debut on a perfect inning. He gets credit for the win. 2 regional NCAA finals tonight. Gonzaga versus Texas Tech, and Virginia takes on Purdue. Islanders play Sabres at the Coliseum. Islanders win in the playoffs. Big turnout at the Garden for the 46th annual charity hockey game between New York's finest and New York's bravest, NYPD, and the FDNY play for a 4-4 tie. Tonight at the Garden, Knicks and the Heat. Knicks are out of it. The Heat right in the playoff mix. A half a game in front of Orlando for the final playoff spot, and half a game behind the playoff hopeful Nets, who play the Celtics. That game tips off shortly. Major League Soccer, Chicago beat the Red Bulls 1-0. Tiger Woods beat Rory McIlroy today at the WBC Match Play Tournament. Now he's trying to advance to the semis. He leads Lucas Berrygaard 1-up through 15. Sports at 15 to 45 around the clock. 5 Eastern or 10-10 with sports.
Wings News Time, 5:47.
Of all the places to get a mattress, here's a sale that's worth a special mention. You'll find it at Charles P. Rogers Beds, where they've been making mattresses since 1855. For years, Charles P. Rogers has been the secret source of designers and decorators. Right now, the Rogers Factory showrooms in Manhattan and New Jersey are open to the public for their spring sale. Save on Rogers Famous Estate mattress with natural Callaway latex, or St. Regis mattress, both top rated by independent reviews and on sale now. Save up to 60%, get free delivery, and a 100-day money-back comfort guarantee. Sleep better tonight at Charles P. Rogers Spring Mattress Sale, now at West 17th Street and East 59th Street in Manhattan, and Route 17 in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Charles P. Rogers, New York's secret source for a great night's sleep since 1855. West 17th Street and East 59th Street in Manhattan, Route 17 North, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Phone 800-272-7726, or on the web at charlesprogers.com.
It's 65 degrees and fair in New York and going down to 52 in Midtown tonight.
Geico presents 2 truths and a lie. 1, there's a Geico agent in your area, right nearby. 2, they could help you save money on more than just car insurance. 3, 8 out of 10 cars have a large spider somewhere inside. Oh, wait, hands on the wheel.
Customers will pay $9.50, and some bridges will see even higher. Subway riders will also see a change soon. An increase on 30-day, 7-day Metro cards will go into effect on April 21st. A 30-day pass will up 5% to $127, and a 7-day pass will be $33, up about 3%. The base Metro card fare will stay at $275, but the bonus will be eliminated. Some unhappy school bus drivers gathered in City Hall Park today to demand a better deal from the governor.
Bus drivers, mechanics, and attendants who work for Reliance Bus Company could take a strike vote as early as Tuesday. They're demanding Governor Cuomo sign a bill that would put money in the state budget that would give them job and wage and benefit security. It's called an EPP, Employee Protection Plan. These are workers who transport special needs children. Marie Pericles is one of the drivers.
This business is our bill. This business is our children.
And an EPP would clear if a bus company goes out of business, the new bus company that replaces it will provide the same wage, benefit, and pension as the old bus company. Reliant transports about 15,000 special needs kids every day. Now, Peoria Tech Enemy at City Hall Park.
President Trump says a Navy SEAL accused of fatally stabbing an Iraqi war prisoner will be moved to less restricted confinement while he awaits his day in court. In a tweet this morning, Mr. Trump said Special Operations Chief Edward Gallagher will be moved out of solitary confinement in honor of his past service to our country. Gallagher is accused of killing an ISIS fighter under his care and for shooting 2 civilians in Iraq. The president appears to be responding to a request from congressmen who want the Navy to review the conditions of Gallagher's situation at the Navy brig in California. Wednesday time, 5:51. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Here's what we see on Long Island's
the big three as we head into a Saturday evening. Still got a slow stretch of the southern states. Getting at Meadowbrook Parkway out towards Eagle Avenue. Getting a report of an accident out that way over by Eagle Avenue eastbound busy between Meadowbrook Parkway and the Seacoast Bay Expressway. And you can pretty much take your pick of the LIE or the northern state coming in towards Queens. They're both slowing you down a bit from Sugar Rock Road and Cross Island Parkway. Out to Queens, the Grand Central a little bit better than the LIE. The LIE is tied up westbound to Utopia Parkway to Woodhaven Boulevard. That same stretch is going to be busy on the Grand Central, but not quite as slow. Also, if you are bound for the first of the crossings, I got Lays coming into Queens at the RFK Bridge and heading to the Bronx Manhattan bound span off the Grand Central. Also, you have the company for both these drives to the Whitestone going into Queens. Take your pick, not too bad going into the Bronx right now. On the Turnpike, eastbound North Bay Extension in New Jersey, 14A to 14B, that is jammed up with the weekend work. And our next report, 6:01 in 10 minutes.
Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Gator Powers.
Well, nice evening here. Just probably the mostly cloudy sky, dry, mild conditions. Only dropping low 50s, upper 40s around the region. It's going to be a cooler day tomorrow, courtesy of the front moving through. That'll generate a few showers during the morning into the early afternoon. But there'll be some longer breaks of dry weather. Around 57. Clears out, colder tomorrow night. Lots of sunshine and chilly on Monday with a high of 47. We're back into low 50s Tuesday as clouds show up. Only courtesy of a storm developing offshore. And it looks like it'll be tracking far enough offshore that clouds will all we see. And then clearing once again on Wednesday, milder. Currently 65 and partly sunny in Central Park, going down to 52 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers on New York's weather station, 10 Winds.
Winds this time, 553. The results are in. South Nassau has earned 34 awards for excellence during the last 3 years for health ratings. An independent rating agency, South Nassau has been named one of America's 100 best hospitals for orthopedic surgery and received the gynecologic surgery and coronary interventional excellence award. Received a 5-star rating for superior outcomes for women's services. South Nassau Community Hospital in Oceanside, now the flagship Long Island Hospital of the Mount Sinai Health System, where quality matters. Visit southnassau.org/quality.
We asked for Spot Hero. You know when you have to drive to some unfamiliar part of town? It's like going to Europe almost, right? And where are you going to park? Well, you could just turn into the first garage you see, but who knows how that's going to turn out or what it's going to cost. Know before you go with the Spot Hero app. Reserve a spot close to your destination at a great price. And right now, get $10 off your first reservation with promo code 1010. That's promo code 1010, like 1010 wins. Get the Spot Hero app today and park smarter. Winds this time, 554.
Democratic Senator Patrick Leahy is helping celebrate the birthday of his childhood comic book hero.
It's the 80th anniversary of Batman's first appearance in Detective Comics, and earlier this month, DC Comics published an anniversary book about Batman, and Vermont Senator Patrick Leahy wrote the foreword. Leahy is such a big fan of DC Comics that he's appeared in several movies and TV shows featuring its characters, including 2008's The Dark Knight.
We're not intimidated by thugs.
He also credits an issue of Batman he contributed to with helping Congress pass one of a series of anti-landmine measures he worked on over the years. I'm Michael Bermudez.
Even though the charges against Jesse Smollett have been dropped, the Congress mayor is demanding that Smollett pay the city for investigating his story.
The Ron Emanuel is also now demanding that Jesse Smollett pays the city back for the hours of overtime, the 2 dozen detectives who were involved in investigating what Ron Emanuel still says is a hoax. So they've written him a letter asking for $130,106.15. Whether they'll get that is an open question.
Correspondent Nick Watt reports Chicago police are furious about the dropped charges, insisting they have an airtight case against Smollett. The FBI is now reviewing the facts. More than 170 artifacts from the Woodstock Music Festival will be showcased in a new museum exhibit opening at the Museum of Bethel Woods today. The exhibit includes lots of instruments, clothing, equipment, art, and photography. Highlights include a bass guitar played by Jack Cassidy of Jefferson Airplane and handwritten lyrics for Going Up the Country by Alan Wilson of Canned Heat. A motorcycle driven by the line will be there on the front of the original Woodstock stage. Winds news time 5:55.
Hello, Ted. Really, Ted.
Yvette was a victim of medical malpractice.
I went for hysterectomy and the doctor cut my forehead by mistake.
The damage is serious.
But some. I lost a lot of weight. I was in a lot of pain. I was really and then I had a second surgery. I was in a back for 3 months, back inside again.
In need of legal help, she turned to Daniel Buttafuoco and Associates.
We work with me through everything. I appreciate very highly everything he's done for me. I'm okay. He was an awesome Lord.
With all of her expenses covered and the problem solved, Yvette has advice for any friend who has an issue with malpractice.
I would tell you, discuss your case with him. He's sure what he does. He will help you.
For a free evaluation of your case, call 1-800-NOW-HURT. 1-800-NOW-HURT. Rebuild your life. From Daniel Buttafuoco and Associates.
3% and what has been a key driver of its accident. Retail wants to know why
the traditional industries where men still wore suits and ties, financial services in particular, as their lifestyle drove the code.
into new areas to keep sales growing. Robots and dealers from the men, Paulette has a suggestion.
Men are carrying down.
The man says it has a lot of novelty accessories for men on the way, with more stars. And laborers will go 731. Workers for city care.
Come into one of Stahl Eye Care Experts' 3 locations for a free LASIK evaluation. Tell us which New York team you root for. If your team pitches a perfect game this season, you can win free LASIK eye surgery. No purchase necessary. Restrictions apply. Details at perfectvisionny.com. That's perfectvisionny.com.
This is happening. I'm sitting at my standing desk, not necessarily looking at celebrity gossip, when Kevin bursts in.
The new homepage module is supposed to go live this month, Deirdre, and the dev team's backed up for weeks.
Kevin's solution is to sweat through his shirt. I hop on Upwork and hire a web dev agency with a flawless success rating, because the new module will be getting done. And thanks to Upwork, this is happening.
Oh, you got this under control.
Oh, Kevin. As a matter of fact, I do.
Upwork. Hire freelancers, make things happen.
At Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, we beat the other stores, the warehouse clubs, and every online site. For the absolute guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Introducing Spectrum Mobile. Save up to 40% with unlimited talk, text, and data. The best network, the best devices, the best value. Visit SpectrumMobile.com. WFAN and WFAN-FM New York, a radio.com sports station.
Following is a presentation of Westwood One Sports. It's the NCAA tournament. It's on Westwood One.
We welcome you to our CBS NCAA broadcast headquarters in New York City for regional final doubleheader coverage of the 2019 Men's Basketball Championship. Today's broadcast of the NCAA tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network is sponsored by Cintas, by State Farm, by GoTo, by LogMeIn, by Central Garden and Pet, by Capital One, by Gatorade Zero, by Barbasol Razors, by Navy Federal Credit Union, by Wrangler Jeans, and by NCAA.com.
The Mets rallied to beat the Nationals in D.C. today 11-8. The Orioles topped the Yanks at the stadium 5-3. The Islanders will try to clinch a playoff berth with a home win over the Sabres tonight, while the Nets are hosting Boston. More later on WFAN and WFAN-FM New York.
Hey, folks, how are you?
Along with ESPN college basketball analyst Brett, we're thrilled to once again welcome you to our exclusive coverage of the 2019 NCAA men's basketball tournament. We are down to 8, and we are down to a bunch of teams with some coaches looking for their first ever trips to the Final Four. Game 1 between Gonzaga and Texas Tech has one of them in Chris Beard. Game 2 between Virginia and Purdue has both coaches looking for their first in terms of Tony Bennett and Matt Painter. Fran, it's set up for this great Elite Eight, a lot of unbelievable storylines. I want to start with the second one, though, because we've been talking for a couple of years about Virginia and the chance to get over that hump. What will it take for them to get over that hump later tonight against Purdue?
Keep Purdue from carving their defense up. Now, that sounds crazy because of how good Virginia's defense is, but one thing Purdue has done in this tournament, they're making shots. Obviously, Klein and Edwards, we can talk about them all night, harder than anybody I've seen in this tournament. And cutting hard against that defense, Virginia's defense, is important. Virginia's going to have to slow them down, and it would help if Kyle Guy gets back on track. They can win without him, but they need him to get back on track.
He has rarely struggled in 3 games. This first game between the Red Raiders and the Zags, biggest key in your mind?
Zags have to get up and down and create fast pace. If they do that, and they're not in a hand-to-hand combat type half-court battle with Texas Tech, I think they'll win the game. Not easily, but they'll win it comfortably. But for Texas Tech, mug it up, make it a slow-down game, and use that incredible defensive acumen they have to make this game, kind of like St. Mary's did in the WCC final.
Nothing has been comfortable when it comes to Texas Tech for the 3 teams that have played them. We will see if that's the case for Gonzaga. And the opening tip in about 6 minutes will get you to Anaheim on the other side. First spot in the Final Four. It's on the line from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
College basketball tournament season is here, and as you're breaking down your bracket, seeing which future draft pick dominates the tournament, make sure you pick the right snack with Wise Snacks Tasty Trio of Cheese Doodles. A slam dunk for tourney season. The Wise Snacks Extra Cheesy Cheese Doodles, Cheddar Cheese Balls, and Jalapeno Poppers Cheese Balls all have the perfect crunch and cheesy flavor for watching a full day of college basketball. Wise Snacks Tasty Trio of Cheese Doodles, available now.
Labor's Local 731 has been responsible for some of the biggest and most celebrated infrastructure projects in New York City, like the rebuild of the World Trade Center and the new LaGuardia Airport. Local 731 provides qualified and competent laborers to fill the demand that the construction industry not only requires, but deserves. Its members and leadership have fought hard for wages and benefits that open the path to the middle class that every hardworking American deserves. Laborers Local 731. Feel the power.
We work at Bethpage Federal Credit Union, so we care about what you care about, like making home improvements,
Or consolidating bills.
or paying for college.
Or getting away for a well-deserved vacation. We thought that one would get your attention.
The question is, where are you going to get the money for all this?
Talk to your house. You heard us.
A Bethpage home equity line of credit lets you tap into the equity in your home.
And it does it with a 3.99% APR for the first year and prime buy after that. We don't charge you closing costs.
And there's no application fee.
So why wait to do all the things you want to do?
Learn more about our home equity line of credit at lovebethpage.com. Bethpage Federal Credit Union. We care about what you care about.
Variable rate APR after 1 year's prime, currently 5.5% with a floor limit of 3.5%. A $5 minimum share account required. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Jason Horowitz glad to welcome you back to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the men's basketball tournament in our Boost Mobile studios. Switch to Boost Mobile, super reliable, super fast nationwide network. Get 4 lines each with unlimited gigs, just $100 per month. Plus, get 4 free phones. We're looking for 4 teams to go to Minneapolis with us. First is coming from Anaheim. Let's get it all started. Ryan Radke and a man who played in the Elite Eight, Jim Jackson. Boys?
All right, Jason, thanks very much. And Jim, we have 2 teams here that have won each of their games in the NCAA tournament by double figures. We keep waiting for that close matchup. We might get it here this afternoon. Number 1 offense in the country in Gonzaga, number 1 defense in Texas Tech.
Well, both teams have experience
They have guys who have played before. The coaches understand time to score and also how to make in-game adjustments. The preparation part of where both of these teams are very similar. So this game can be close, back and forth. The one that has poise and patience, I think.
Gonzaga is looking to go to their second Final Four in the last 3 years. Texas Tech is trying to make history and get to their first ever Final Four. Texas Tech head coach Chris Beard told us what his team needs to do to be successful today and make that happen.
I tell the guys all the time, it sounds like Captain Obvious, but you got to play well. You got to play well in the games in this tournament. And so here's the next step. Gonzaga, in our opinion, the best team in the
Jim Jackson to tell us how each team can get the job done today. The keys to the game are sponsored by Express Jobs. Need a new job? Download the Express Jobs app. Powered by Express Employment Professionals, Express Jobs connects you with jobs in your area. Apply on the Express Jobs app today. Chris Beard, let's start with Texas Tech. Trying to get to the first Final Four in school history. What are the keys for the Red Raiders?
The Bulldogs now allow them to get comfortable offensively. Actually push them out a little bit further on the perimeter, force them to get deeper into the shot clock and take everything back. Can't be a Bulldogs team.